Hey friends. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about something really quickly this morning, something that I have been getting questions about lately, and that is reaching out, and in particular, cold messages. So I've been hearing some, they're just not effective for me. You know, when we do our challenges, I reach out and then I don't hear back from anybody, or I just get no's. So here's what I'm going to tell you. And it's cold and it's harsh and it's a bummer and I don't like it and you're not going to like it either, but it's just the truth. Reaching out in spurts, in challenges, is not going to be effective. It's not. It is a daily activity that must be done. I have grown my business doing this, but guess what? I have literally reached out every single day, with maybe the exception of 2 or 3 days, since convention of this past year, since June, okay? Every day. And sometimes that means 1 or 2 messages. Sometimes that means 20 messages, not so much anymore. In the beginning, it was tons and tons in a day, but it does mean every day. And if you are wanting to get responses from those, it's a numbers game, like we've talked about before. Okay, so here's the thing. Do I hear back from all of those people when I message them? Heck no. I get mostly crickets like the rest of you. But if 1 in every 10 people responds to me favorably, then that's pretty awesome, because I'm reaching out a whole lot. And some of you are maybe even watching this video because I reached out to you. So it will pay off, but it is a long-term thing. This is not instant gratification most of the time. This is not a short-term thing that you can do in spurts and expect to get consistent, favorable results. It's something you must do. Here's the other thing that I hear. Well, I just don't really have time. I love you, but I'm going to say this. It doesn't take time. It takes maybe 5 minutes. And if you don't have maybe 5 minutes, then we need to reevaluate something in your schedule. Okay? I have given tons of samples, and other people have provided tons of samples that are effective and that are very simple, because we don't want to vomit Plexus on people here in the beginning. We want to just give them a little glimpse, let them know that we're thinking about them, that we are here if they're interested, and all you have to do is just tweak it a tiny little bit to make it personal to you. And mostly that's just in the beginning, the name and maybe a couple little personal details about them. But it's a quick thing, y'all. It's super easy. You can send off 3 and be done within maybe 5 minutes. Probably doesn't even take that long. Okay, this is usually something I do before I even get out of bed. I read my Bible. I say a little prayer for the day, and then I usually try and reach out really quickly so it's done. Because I don't like it either. I don't. I understand that. But I have found it to be necessary for growth in my business. Here's the other thing. There are some people that I reached out to in June that never responded to me, and just recently I've gone back to a couple of those people and said, hey, I just wanted to make sure you got my message a couple months ago. I know life is totally crazy, but I wanted to see if you had any interest whatsoever. And y'all, I signed 2 people up doing that last week. We've heard again and again that fortune is in the follow-up, so it must be true, right? It must be true. These are things that people with growing businesses do, so these things have to be true. And I have found them to be true. But it's got to be consistent if you want it to pay off. And I don't know how else to say it. It just does. We're going to talk a little bit more about how to expand and grow our networks. So if you're running out of people, that's totally fine. We're going to be adding to that hopefully soon. But just know that it is effective when it's done correctly. Okay? So I love you guys. Please let me know how I can help you.